Today in Belfast, tour buses and tourists have replaced soldiers and Saracens. On the surface, it seems like any other busy capital city.
An internal British Army document released in 2007 stated an expert opinion that the British Army had actually failed to defeat the IRA, but had made it impossible for the IRA to win through violent means. But how does this leave things? Is the conflict really over?
For a very long time, obviously, because of the peace talks, I thought the conflict was over. It took me by surprise, basically, when we had the recent events with the guys being shot at the army barracks, and obviously, you know, shortly after the police constable being shot.
We had a feeling of, oh no, here we go again. I know I got that feeling.
There are extremists over there that are now kicking off, and they're reigniting the troubles, and we're all praying like hell that it doesn't happen.
The death threats and things that's coming out to people like myself at the minute is far worse than it ever was during the conflict. It's very hard for us to say to people everything's okay in Northern Ireland when it's not.
Whilst you have Catholic, Protestant, religious schools, I think the problems will always be there. Although it's not a religious problem, it's got its basis in there.
I'd hate to think that the 1,000 of my comrades that died, and the thousands that were maimed and brutalised physically and mentally, I'd like to think it wasn't for nothing. But I don't think it's over.
I have the feeling that in my lifetime there will be more trouble, because terrorists cannot be appeased. So unless there's an absolute miracle, I do believe the guns will sound again in Northern Ireland.
The British Army's role here in Northern Ireland was both difficult and dangerous, but their contribution to the peace process was enormous. Almost every single day, British soldiers faced a cycle of violence and hatred while trying to save life and protect property. The price of peace here was paid for in blood. The question is, will the peace last?
If you served in Northern Ireland, were affected by this film or want to know more, log on to history.co.uk/soldiers.